Nationally recognized testing laboratories, or NRTLs, play a critical role in ensuring electrical safety. The term listing as it appears in electrical codes refers to the process by which a product has been evaluated and found to comply with specific safety standards. Firstly, understanding the role of NRTLs in the context of electrical codes requires clarity on what listing entails. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, often mandates that electrical equipment and fittings be listed. This means the item has been evaluated by a qualified testing laboratory and found to meet established safety standards. UL, or Underwriters Laboratories, is perhaps the most well-known NRTL, but it is important to recognize that UL is not the only organization that can provide this listing. Secondly, the NEC recognizes other NRTLs besides UL. These laboratories operate under similar guidelines and are accredited to test products to relevant safety standards. The key requirement is that the laboratory be a nationally recognized testing laboratory. These NRTLs are recognized by organizations like the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, and they demonstrate the competence and independence necessary to conduct reliable safety testing. Thirdly, the significance of NRTL listing lies in the assurance it provides. When a product is listed by an NRTL, it signifies that the product has undergone rigorous testing and evaluation to verify its compliance with applicable safety standards. This helps to protect individuals and property from potential electrical hazards. Fourthly, addressing the question of whether an NRTL can test to industry standards beyond UL, the answer is yes. It is possible that a UL standard does not exist for certain specialized fittings or equipment. In such cases, an NRTL can test the product against other relevant industry standards to determine its safety and suitability for its intended purpose. Fifthly, the crucial factor in this scenario is whether the NRTL is accredited to test to the specific industry standards in question. Accreditation is a formal recognition by an authoritative body that a testing laboratory is competent to perform specific tests or evaluations. This accreditation process ensures that the NRTL has the necessary expertise, equipment, and procedures to conduct accurate and reliable testing. Sixthly, the process of NRTL testing involves several steps. Manufacturers typically submit their products to an NRTL for evaluation. The NRTL then conducts a thorough examination of the product's design, construction, and performance. This may involve physical testing, such as subjecting the product to extreme temperatures, voltages, or mechanical stress to assess its ability to withstand potential hazards. Seventhly, in addition to physical testing, NRTLs also evaluate the product's documentation, including its instruction manuals, labeling, and safety warnings. This ensures that users have access to the information they need to operate the product safely. Eighthly, if the product passes all the necessary tests and evaluations, the NRTL will issue a listing or certification mark. This mark indicates that the product meets the applicable safety standards and is suitable for use in accordance with the electrical code. Ninthly, it's important to note that NRTL listing is not a one-time event. NRTLs typically conduct periodic follow-up inspections of manufacturing facilities to ensure that products continue to meet the required standards. This helps to maintain the integrity of the listing and provides ongoing assurance of product safety. Tenthly, regarding the specific standards that NRTLs test to, these can vary depending on the type of product and its intended use. Common standards include those developed by UL, as well as standards from organizations such as the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, the International Electrotechnical Commission, or IC, and the Canadian Standards Association, or CSA. 11thly, the NEC contains numerous references to listed products throughout its various articles and sections. These requirements are intended to ensure that electrical installations are safe and reliable. By requiring the use of listed equipment, the NEC helps to minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. 12thly, when selecting electrical equipment or fittings, it is important to look for the listing mark of an NRTL. This mark provides assurance that the product has been evaluated and found to comply with applicable safety standards. It's also important to verify that the product is being used in accordance with its listing and the manufacturer's instructions. 13thly, in addition to product listing, NRTLs also play a role in the certification of personnel. Some NRTLs offer certification programs for electricians, technicians, and other professionals who work with electrical equipment. These certification programs help to ensure that individuals have the knowledge and skills necessary to perform their jobs safely and effectively. 14thly, the requirements for electrical safety can vary depending on the jurisdiction. Local electrical codes and regulations may impose additional requirements beyond those specified in the NEC. It's important to be aware of the specific requirements in your area and to comply with all applicable codes and regulations. 15thly, the role of NRTLs is constantly evolving as new technologies and products emerge. NRTLs are continuously developing new standards and testing procedures to address these advancements and ensure that electrical equipment remains safe and reliable. 16thly, for example, with the increasing popularity of electric vehicles, NRTLs have developed standards for charging equipment and battery systems. These standards address the unique safety challenges associated with high-voltage charging and energy storage. 17thly, another area where NRTLs are playing an important role is in the development of standards for renewable energy systems such as solar panels and wind turbines. These standards help to ensure that these systems are installed and operated safely and that they do not pose a hazard to individuals or property. 18thly, in addition to their work in product testing and certification, NRTLs also provide educational resources and training programs. These resources help to educate manufacturers, installers, and users about electrical safety and the importance of using listed equipment. 19thly, it's also worth noting that NRTLs are independent organizations. They are not affiliated with any particular manufacturer or industry group. This independence helps to ensure that their testing and certification processes are objective and unbiased. 20thly, the accreditation process for NRTLs is rigorous and involves regular audits and assessments. This helps to maintain the integrity of the NRTL system and ensures that laboratories are consistently meeting the required standards. 21stly, in summary, NRTLs play a crucial role in ensuring electrical safety. They provide independent testing and certification services that help to verify the compliance of electrical equipment and fittings with applicable safety standards. By requiring the use of listed equipment, the NEC helps to minimize the risk of electrical hazards and protect individuals and property. 22ndly, it is not enough for a manufacturer to simply claim that their product is safe. It must be evaluated and listed by an NRTL to provide assurance of its compliance with relevant safety standards. This listing mark serves as a valuable indicator of product safety and reliability. 23rdly, if a UL standard doesn't exist for a specific fitting or equipment, NRTL can indeed test it against other relevant industry standards, providing they are accredited to test to those particular standards. This flexibility allows for innovation in the electrical industry while maintaining a focus on safety. 24thly, always consult with qualified electrical professionals to ensure that you are selecting and installing electrical equipment in accordance with the NEC and all applicable local codes and regulations. Their expertise can help you to avoid potential hazards and ensure the safety of your electrical system. The key takeaway is that while UL is a prominent NRTL, it is not the only recognized entity, and other NRTLs can provide listing services and test products to various industry standards, all while adhering to rigorous accreditation processes.